Good, happy Monday evening, December 14, 2020. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Monday evening, so let's begin. First up, we're going to begin with COVID-19 updates. New Hampshire COVID information, new updates and data. Let's take a look at that right now. And here is a look at that information for all of you right now. There are 31,875 number of people in New Hampshire have tested positive for COVID-19. 13,688,504 number of people in the United States have tested positive. 604 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire. 862 number of people have been hospitalized with COVID-19 in New Hampshire. And 367 number of deaths from COVID-19 in the United States. And now let's take a look at this map of New Hampshire where current cases of COVID-19 are. In Manchester, 852. Let's take a look at this map of New Hampshire where total cases of COVID-19 are. Manchester, 503,414. And now let's take a look at the three charts here. Let's start with the first chart here. New cases each day in New Hampshire in the purple. Daily new positive COVID-19 cases. Orange, new hospitalization. And red, deaths. Let's take a look at this chart here. Current cases in the purple. Total current COVID-19 cases. And in orange, current hospitalization. Let's take a look at this chart here. Total cases in the purple. Total positive COVID-19 cases. Orange, total hospitalization. Red, deaths. And blue, recover. Let's take a look at this chart here. Positive PCR test rate, positive PCR and antigen test rate, and daily PCR test. Let's take a look at this chart here. Age group of cases and female and male of cases. And let's take a look at this chart here. Infections, hospitalizations, and deaths. Let's take a look at this chart here. Deaths, percent of New Hampshire population, race/ethnicity of cases, and hospitalizations. And a reminder, your common symptoms: fever, lack of smell, cough, chill, difficult breathing, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. How it spreads, and prevention tips. And be sure to stay with the Riley King Network for the latest of your COVID-19 information. First dose of COVID-19 vaccine arrives in New Hampshire. Vaccine expected to be administered to those at high risk starting tomorrow. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Amy Cavino.
That first batch of vaccines arrived in the state this morning. They're keeping the exact location under wraps, but the governor tells News 9 that the first inoculations should begin tomorrow. This is video provided by the governor's office of the first COVID-19 vaccine being unpacked and prepared for distribution around the state of New Hampshire today. Thawing the vaccine is part of the process before it can be used. At-risk frontline healthcare workers are at the front of the line, as are long-term care facility residents and staff. Getting the vaccine is not mandated in the state, and there is no system to track who has received it and who has not. The governor says today is the start of the end of this crisis, but we are still months away from life going back to normal.
Today's a day that I think a lot of us have been waiting for quite some time. And if you had asked me 4 or 5 months ago if a vaccine was going to be here before January 1st, I would have thought you were crazy. But let me tell you, they got it done.
The governor says the vaccines are being distributed statewide today on a proportional basis to hospitals, Walgreens, and CVS. In Concord, Amy Cavino, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. New Hampshire electorals cast votes for Biden-Harris. Governor praises state election process. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Andy Hirschberger.
This year, I got the most unique gift for the holidays. My wife gave me a Flavia Club membership for Christmas.
For such a hotly contested election, what took place this morning in Concord was mostly ceremonial. New Hampshire's 4 Democratic electors met in the Executive Council chambers this morning to cast their votes for the Electoral College. Mary Carey Foley, Dana Hilliard, former House Speaker Stephen Shurtleff, and Senate President Donna Soucy all cast their votes for President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris. Republican Governor Chris Sununu said despite the pandemic, New Hampshire held a fair election, and most of the credit goes to the poll workers and town clerks who made that happen.
They're the real, if I may, the heroes of today, and made sure that this process that we're here for to represent today could happen so well and with such integrity. And the folks watching at home know that while there are trials and tribulations across the country over the past week, it wasn't something here in New Hampshire. Our system works, and again, it's not just a nice tradition.
Elector votes will now go to the President of the U.S. Senate, where they will be officially counted on Capitol Hill on January 6th. Reporting live, I'm Andy Hirschberger, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. 2 untimely deaths investigated in Manchester. Take a look at this photo right here. This is the scene of 2 untimely deaths investigated in Manchester. State and Manchester officials are investigating 2 deaths that have been described as untimely. The emergency workers were called Monday morning to an apartment complex at 1345 Bodwell Road. Officers were later told there was a possible shooting victim, officials said. Few details have been released. This story will be updated as we get more information into our newsroom. Massachusetts woman suffers life-threatening injuries in I-293 rollover. A woman from Massachusetts suffered life-threatening injuries after her car rolled over on Interstate 293 in Hooksett Saturday afternoon, state police said. And that does it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for watching this evening edition. Have a great rest of your evening. I'll see you back here tomorrow for another newscast. Good night and goodbye, everyone.